Hello everyone, this is Ronnie Drystop, Manager of Education at the Kentucky Derby Museum.
Heather Hill, Outreach Educator.
Welcome to another edition of Derby Academy. And today we are on the backside of Churchill Downs, where 1,400 thoroughbred racehorses live, work, and race. And today we're going to be focusing on the nutrition behind those amazing thoroughbreds out on the racetrack. So we're in the track kitchen today. So before we get started, we're going to eat some great biscuits and gravy from the track kitchen.
A hearty breakfast this morning.
And of course, thoroughbreds, they don't eat biscuits and gravy, but they do eat lots of oats and grain, even Gatorade.
Apples, carrots, watermelon, fish sticks.
They don't eat fish sticks, do they? Anyway, let's learn what thoroughbreds eat today on Derby Academy. Thoroughbreds in training need a lot of fuel to keep them going out on the racetrack, and one of the things they need is to really help their digestive systems. They're not designed very well. Most of the digestion takes place not in the stomach like a human, but in the large intestine. So forage is very important. It provides a lubricant to get that food through their digestive systems. And behind me we have Timothy hay. Thoroughbreds are also going to eat a little bit more of a sweeter hay called alfalfa. And typically they'll go through about 20 to 22 pounds of forage every day. We're in the shed row of trainer Dale Romans, top trainer here at Churchill Downs. And we're about 20 to 30 minutes away from dinner time for these horses. Well, there's different types of hay that a trainer can feed the horses. The majority they're going to munch on Timothy all day, but trainers will give their horses this. This is a little bit richer. This is alfalfa, and with alfalfa it's going to be sweeter. You're going to have a lot more calories in your alfalfa, so it'd be like you know, munching on something really sweet and just keep eating it, it's going to make you sick. Whereas Timothy, on the other hand, it's going to provide a lot more roughage for the horse, and it's good for the digestive systems. Well, welcome everyone. We are in the office with trainer Dale Romans, and first of all, congratulations, Dale, because this racetrack's been going for 143 years, and you are approaching a milestone.
Yeah, it's 2 away from all-time leading trainer here at Churchill Downs, and that's a big deal for me growing up and being raised right here on this backside. This is my playground growing up.
And the feeding schedule, tell us a little bit about.
Feeding schedule varies per horse. They don't all eat the same thing, or they eat basically the same stuff. They don't always eat the same portion or the same timing. Yeah. So let's say we have a thin horse that is not holding its calories as well as we'd like for them to. We might feed them more often and try to get them to not waste any calories. So we'd feed them at 5:30 in the morning. We'd feed them at 11 o'clock. Feed them at 5 o'clock, and then maybe again at 8:30 at night.
Okay. Wow. And what do you feed them? Of course, we always just call it sweet feed. Right. But
well, it's changed from sweet feed because we used to mix it ourselves to call it a complete feed. Right. That has the sweet feed and the oats and everything mixed together. It's really become scientific. With we have a Cornell educated equine nutritionist that formulates the feed for us. And then he'll have the right amount of protein, the right amount of carb, the right amount of fat. And fat in the diet's important to a horse, whereas people, we've been taught to avoid fat, but it's a good energy source. But horses don't live old enough to develop heart disease and coronary problems, so it's acceptable in their diet.
Who's in charge of putting the feed together? Is that something that you're directly involved in?
Well, I'm directly involved in the measurements of how much they need, the portion size, and who I want more and more. Okay. But we have the foreman level. You know, there's myself, there's assistant, and there's a foreman level between the assistant and the groom. And usually they handle actually putting the feed in the tubs and making sure they're in there at the same time. And these horses, they know when it's time to eat. Right. If it gets close to 11 o'clock in the afternoon and we haven't put the feed in, they'll all be lined up out here yelling for their food. So we try to feed them all at the same time.
Okay. Well, Dale, thanks for letting us come back to your barn today and talk a little about nutrition. We really appreciate it.
Anytime, nutrition is important in everyone's lives, humans, animals, everything there is.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, welcome to another episode of Derby Academy. Standing here in downtown Louisville on North Clay Street at Excel Equine, and we are here with the owner, Mr. Kent Thompson. Thank you for having us today.
Glad that you're all in town here.
Yeah, we're glad to be here. So can you tell us a little bit about the operations here? How long has this business been located down here?
Yeah, you bet. Excel Equine was a company that was created or formed about 3.5 years ago. We were formed from the merger of two companies. A company in Shelbyville called Cabs Feed, and a company in Louisville that was at this location called Producers Feeds.
That's fantastic. And we have all of these great bags behind us. How many different types of feed do you offer?
Currently we probably have anywhere from 30 to 35 different items, different products that we keep. We manufacture anything from pellets, small, 1/8-inch diameter pellets, or maybe a 5/32 diameter pellet, all the way up to a 1/2-inch pellet. And then we make a whole line of what we call textured feeds, which is a combination of oats, corn, and sometimes beef pulp, and some pellets and molasses to form the textured feeds. Between the two of those, we probably have between 30 and 35 different that you see in the warehouse floor stock here. We'll have oats, we'll have corn, we'll have soybeans, and then some wheat products that we use as well, the main ones. And then we'll always add some vitamins and minerals to really finish it out and make the feed a complete nutritional package.
And can you speak more about the vitamins and minerals that you put into the feed and why?
Yeah, horses are not terribly unlike us in that they have a need for vitamins and minerals. Their digestive tract is a little bit different from us. They have the ability to digest fiber, like that's why they can eat hay and they can eat grass, which we can't, and really do it effectively. And one of the things they have the ability to do is, because they can eat fiber, because they eat hay and forage and grass, they're able to in their hind gut break it down that they can use and get energy from it, but they also can create or form some of the B vitamins, some vitamins that they need as well. So they have somewhat of a unique ability to create some of their own vitamins. And what we do is, depending on, again, the discipline that horse is acting in or the lifestyle, we then fortify the feed with some added vitamins and added minerals to totally meet what their nutritional needs are.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy day to sit here and talk with us for our Derby Academy episode. So I have learned a lot. Hope you have learned a lot as well. And we appreciate your time.
Great. Thank you all for coming in.
They say that you are what you eat. If you're going to be in the winner's circle here at Churchill Downs, and if you're a horse, it's a lot more than just a mix of grain and bran and oats, molasses. We know from our episode today that it takes a very specialized eating program to get the right amount of nutrients, all the calcium and proteins and all the vitamins that go into making you a winner here at Churchill Downs. Join us next month when we meet the man who made the Derby the Derby.